field with everybody and all players in it. They don't have to die. They can just be swallowed up. I'm rooting for a 0-0 tie. Don't want anybody to get hurt, but if we could, you know.
Just be done with that whole mess.
Just be done with that whole mess. That's the worst week of the year for Aggie fans, having to listen to the radio all week about BYU, Utah. Here's another inside, giving a lot of running room up the middle for Skylar Hunt.
Looks like Putu Tao is slow to get up. He's hurt.
16 yards for Hunt. Did you see there at the end of the play what happened? The way he's
I think he landed funny and his back is hurting him because that's the first place his hand went.
Watch Tao to the right.
He'll fly over, trying to make the tackle, and lands funny. And look at his whole side. His legs go one way and his body goes the other way. And I think he's got a lower back injury.
Well, or he knocked the wind out of him.
That is also true.
Because you're doing a lot of kicking and writhing when you knock the wind out of yourself too.
That is a bad feeling.
Hopefully nothing serious. Well, let's see. I don't pull for either one of those teams down south, but I think BYU wins that game.
I'm afraid you might be right. BYU is tough to beat at Provo.
If they can find in their playbook a pass play that goes more than 6 yards, it might help them. But you know, everybody, that's two pretty dang good defenses.
Yeah, Utah,
and I just think there's just a little more offense in Provo than there is in Salt Lake right now.
Well, you would think that, but if you look at the stats, Utah's about 20 points higher.
Yeah.
As far as up the ladder on offensive efficiency.
Well, yeah, they've also played Montana State.
That is true.
BYU's played Texas, and well, Old Miss wasn't much better than Montana State.
No.
Putu Tao up and walking off. See how long he sits. Glad to see Utah State, you know, follow up that near miss at Auburn with really a dominating performance, which is what people I think wanted to see. They want to see, okay, I think if they would have come out and played the whole game like they did the first half against Weber, you know, I think a lot of people would have just went, oh, wow, really? Same old Aggies. But
that second half was fun to watch.
Yeah, I really was shocked when I saw there were only 18,000 people at the game, though.
It looked more full than that. I'm always an optimist.
Carver. Boy, he looked at Jensen. Jensen ran a little sit-down pattern, and he looked for a full beat before he unloaded it. And by the time he unloaded it, the corner was breaking on it, and he kind of
slingshotted that in there.
Slingshotted that more to the outside because he saw the corner making the break. I don't know if that one just came out late. You know, sometimes a ball will come out early, come out late. That one looked like it may have just come out a little late. And Carver, he's 4 of 8 for 22 yards. He drops the snap here and he's in trouble and just gets rid of it.
Boy, lucky bounce for Carver. It's that deep snap. It looked like he may have turned his head, dropped it for a second, but it bounces right back to him.
Carver's pass is incomplete.
Look at this bounce here in Carver's left hand. Boink. Oh,
here it is.
Here's my Christmas present. Silas Wells breathing down your neck will make you pick that up in a hurry and run.
Yeah. That was like the running of the bulls there for a minute. Timeout on the field. This is a big play for big series here for Skyview. They're only down 7-0, but you know, they're finally started to get some plays going on the offense.
Well, and one of the things we've seen with Mountain Crest, we've seen them a couple times this year, they kind of start slow.
Yeah.
Boy, Mark Wooten out there chewing on the head official right now. At midfield, you can see him to the left of your screen, about the middle in front of that huddle. Sometimes
there you go, there's a good look.
Sometimes a coach will call a timeout not to talk to his team, but to talk to the officials. Mark Wooten, a great competitor. Exasperated competitor.
Whatever he's hearing, he doesn't like.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that body language before.
We've seen Craig Ander working on one of the officials on this sideline too, so it's tough to be wearing stripes tonight. I think it's tough to be wearing stripes any night.
Amen.
Carver buying himself some time. He's got a man! Touchdown, Skyview! I think that's Larson.
That's a great pass from Carver. He waits and waits and finally feels the pressure and breaks the pocket. Finds Talon Niederhauser. Scratch that. That's Mountain Crest roster.
It's Larson. 18. Here's another look. He just about dropped it. Oh my goodness.
I think it shocked him that it actually got there.
So Mitchell Larson with the catch and the PAT ties things up with 6:18 to play in the first half in Smithville.
So, what do you do for a living?
I lift things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I lift things up and put them down.
Okay, here's the strength certificate.
I lift things up and put them down.
Over here,
I lift things up and put them down.
and this is our stretching area.
I lift things up. Dum 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 dum. Cool.
Planet Fitness.
Tied up here in Smithville. The Mountain Crest will get the ball at their own 20 after the kick into the end zone. 6:18 to play in the first half. Take another look at the touchdown toss.
Carver doing a lot of work here, waiting. Finally the pocket breaks down. Silas Wells puts the pressure on, and that's a good finesse pass.
Well, that's the key. Plenty of time for Carver to look. Talon Niederhauser looked like he had got a finger on that one too. Hall's going to keep it. Out of the gun. Pick up a yard.
Well, you can see the confidence of the Skyview defense growing with each play. More gold hats getting to the ball.
Second and 9.
Second and 9 after the pickup of a yard. Two receivers to the near side and an I formation for the Mustangs. Richardson in at fullback. Pututau back in the game. That was him in motion, and they're rolling his way. Pututau hauls it in. He's going to be shy of the marker by about 4 yards. Pick up a 4 third down.
Pushed out down by number 6, Corey Jensen.
2 of 5 on third downs for the Mustangs. They went 3 and out on their last possession. 3 passes. Boy, I think there was a fumble on the exchange on the snap. Skyview says they have it, but the officials are saying 4th down, so either way, looks like the defense is getting off the field again.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Mountain Crest.
And they are calling a fumble, and let's see if we can see it in the replay.
Right there, he
Yep.
never got it from center.
Bad snap and good for Mountain Crest. They recover that and get a chance to kick it away. Great for Skyview. They get the offense of Mountain Crest off the field.
Hall with a short knuckler. bounces out of bounds right about the 38-yard line, and again, a short field for the Bobcats. We're tied at 7 with 4:53 to play in the first half. It's been a defensive struggle.
Well, it's
both of these teams' defenses have been giving up a lot of points.
I am pleasantly surprised that this game is competitive and both teams are in it. And, it makes for good TV and a good rivalry game.
What are you talking about? You love those 42-7 blowouts.
Yeah, they're a treat.
Carver started up the middle, then tried to break to his right. Richardson's there after a gain of 1. Richardson, he just looks like a linebacker, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. We mentioned earlier, Carver rushes for over 7 yards a carry on average tonight. His average is much lower than that. Mountain Crest doing a great job keeping him under wraps.
Carver 3 carries for 5 yards. This time he's going to pitch the pigskin. Keeping the play alive all the way to the sideline, and it's incomplete as he was looking again for Larson. Larson's been his favorite target. He's caught 2 passes, but he's thrown it to him 2 or 3 times. Carver, 5 of 10 for 38 yards and a touchdown. Coming into this game, Carver was 35 of 78 for 383 yards, a touchdown, and 5 interceptions. He's now got 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the season. Thrown 1 of each here in the first half. 3rd down and 9.
Crest bringing everybody.
Carver's man drops the ball. He would have been short of the sticks by about a yard. That was Larson.
Carver's pass intended for number 18, Mitchell.
Carver does a good job getting rid of that ball and puts it right in the money. Larson's got to catch that ball. Mountain Crest sent about 6 players.
High kick and hangs. And the Bobcat bounce inside the 25. And a flag, a late flag, coming in from way back. The head official threw it as he was running downfield toward where the ball ended up.
He's going to grab the flag to put it in the spot, so it looks like it's going to be...
He's going to throw it some more.
Yep. Now he'll just set it.
That penalty was so bad he threw it twice.
He's picked it up. Yeah.
Personal foul against Mountain Crest.
Well, I think it was some extracurricular blocking.
Extracurricular blocking.
Yes.
Was that the actual call?
It is.
Personal foul, number 55.
Extracurricular blocking. Yep. I think the real name is unnecessary roughness.
Oh. Extracurricular blocking. That sounds like something George Bush would have said.
That's right.
That some extracurricular blocking. 3:57 to play here in the half. We're tied at 7. Mountain Crest with the ball at their own 20 after the penalty.
Our Mountain Crest offense has really been stymied in the second quarter by the Skyview defense. Skyview doing a great job and almost anticipating where Mountain Crest's going to go.
They're going to walk that ball back a little bit more. So it's the 20 where the play must have ended up. Are they going half the distance to the goal? No, because they didn't stop at the 10. They're back at the 13. All you need to know is Mountain Crest has the ball. And they have a long way to go. And now Hall making some hand gestures out to his receivers out there. I wonder if he's changing the play. Hall's in trouble. Back in his own end zone, and he unloads. And flags everywhere.
One comes from the umpire, one comes from the side judge. Usually they don't make the same calls.
We take a look at the play.